Shalom Bracha from Yerushalayim. Having completed our videos which dealt with the minhagim of the prayers in the Tzibur, the prayers in the synagogue for the weekdays and for Rosh Chodesh, we are now going to begin a series of videos on the tefillot of Shabbat, the prayers in the Tzibur, in the synagogue for Shabbat. We will begin with Qabbalat Shabbat. I'm going to be working off of the Sidur Kol Yaakov, of course. Be easier for everybody to follow. Qabbalat Shabbat, I'll give an overview of the customs of the Halabiyeh, of our community, and then in subsequent videos go into greater detail. We begin with Mizmor LeDavid. As opposed to other communities which either say one perek of Tehillim, Lechun Eranena, and a pasuk from the second perek, Shiru L'Adonai Shir Hadash. There are communities which say 6 perakim of Tehillim prior to Mizmor LeDavid, corresponding to the 6 days of the creation prior to Shabbat. Our custom is to begin Mizmor LeDavid. Following Mizmor LeDavid, which the Kahal is standing and singing in unison, we go right into Lecha Dodi. We don't stop and say the prayer Anna Bechawah, which you will find in other Kehilot, the Egyptian community, the Shami community, and the Yerushalmi also. We do not say Anna Bechawah. We go directly to Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, the famous poem, which is sung by all communities, Sephardi, Ashkenazi, all over the world today, Friday nights, written by the great Mekubal, Rabbi Shlomo Levi Kabes in the 16th century in Safed. We sing that together also. We're all standing up, and of course we're facing the Heichal. In the video, I think number 14, my esteemed colleague Morris Arking spoke at length about how we are only to face the Heichal and we're not to turn around. But you can, I'm not going to repeat what he said, you could go look at that very, very interesting video. I think it's number 14. We say Lecha Dodi, we don't say all of the batim, all of the stanzas. There are Lecha Dodi is the refrain, and then it's followed by 8 stanzas, and then Boy B'Shalom is the last stanza. The 8 stanzas spell out acrostically the name Shlomo Levi. We do not say all 8. We say 4 of them. And the reasons for it we'll discuss in the next video. Following Lecha Dodi, everybody sits down, and the Hazan will say Mizmor Shir and Shabbat. Of course we will say it, but it's not sung in unison. The Hazan alone and Makam Nawa will say Mizmor Shir and Shabbat, Adonai Malak Mutlabesh. Following that, we have the Perakim of Mishnayot from the second Perek in Masechet Shabbat, Bameh Madlikin, preceded by the Mishnah from Sanhedrin, Kol Yisrael Yeshem Rabash Ne'emar, Bameh Kulam Sadikim Le'olam Yeshuar, Nesam At-Ta'am, Azada L'Pa'er, Bameh Madlikin. Following the series of Mishnayot, Bameh Madlikin, we say what the Halabim always typically say following the reading of Mishnayot. We say the Mishnah, Rabbi Hananiah ben Akasha Omer, until the ending, Yakdir Torah Be'adir. That is our custom. We do not say Amar Bil Azara, Amar Bi Hanina. You will find that in many Sidurim and in other Kehilot, indeed say Amar Bil Azara, Amar Bi Hanina. We do not. We say Bi Hananiah. It's followed by Kaddish and Kaddish Al Israel, which those who have obligation to say Kaddish will say this Kaddish. And this is the official end of Qabbalat Shabbat. We will repeat Mizmor Shir Yom Shabbat now a second time, but that's connected to the Arbit, and I'll explain that in the next video. I did want to speak for a moment on the Shir Hashirim. As you know, it's our custom and the custom of from Halab, many centuries, to say Shir Hashirim on Friday night. Again, there's a video that Joey Mosseri put out, I think video number 25, and video number 14 of Morris Arking, which discussed the customs of when to say Shir Hashirim, why to say it and when to say it. One of the customs is not applicable in the States, that was only done in Halab, but the 2 customs when I was growing up in the 60s, 70s, 80s, as they mentioned, was to do it before Qabbalat Shabbat, yani after Minha, or after Qabbalat Shabbat, meaning after Kaddish Al Israel. Those were the only 2 customs. Minyanim would decide for themselves whether to say before or after. Every minyan had their own system. Both customs were legitimate customs. And that's the way it was done. The upside was everybody knew Shir Hashirim. When I was growing up, every youngster, we sing it every Friday night. So by the time we're 13, 14, everyone knows it by heart, with the ta'amim, with the dikduk. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful song, a beautiful Megillah. Unfortunately, I've been here for 20 years. Occasionally I go back, and when I go to the Knis Friday night, I'll say, okay, I'm ready for Shir Hashirim. No, we said it before Minhag. And I'm finding it increasingly done in certain minyanim that they'll do Shir Hashirim before Minhag. And the logic, the reasoning is, well, if someone's going to come late to Knis, better they miss Shir Hashirim rather than miss Minhag. I'm not a big fan. The downside is too great. Because really before Minhag, there's only a handful of people in the Knis. You know, one or two guys saying Shir Hashirim. And basically all of the children, all of the youngsters which come to Knis Friday night now never heard. I have students here who are 18 years old after high school. They've never heard Shir Hashirim. Because they never hear it Friday night in Knis and they don't know it. And it's such a haram. It's a shame. This custom, I would hope, is going to be changed and revert back to original custom in Halab and in Brooklyn, where we said it before Qabbalat Shabbat, in other words, after Minhag or after Qabbalat Shabbat, before the second Mizmor Shir and Shabbat. It's a beautiful custom, and it's a shame that the kids will grow up today and they won't know Shir Hashirim. Kol Tuv.